Welcome to this presentation on multi-agent collaboration for investment guidance, Earnings2Insights report generation. In this study, we investigate how multi-agent collaboration powered by large language models can be applied to financial analysis, specifically in the automated generation of structured reports from corporate earnings calls. This work was conducted as part of the FinNLP Earnings2Insights shared task. The main objective of the task is to generate investment guidance based on corporate earnings call transcripts. There are two settings in the challenge. The first setting uses only the transcript itself as input. The second setting applies enhanced retrieval by incorporating additional information that is relevant at the time of the earnings call. The evaluation of results was carried out in two ways. First, automated evaluation using quantitative metrics and win rate comparison against professional analyst reports. Second, human evaluation, where judges assess the accuracy of investment decisions as well as the persuasiveness of the generated reports. An earnings call is a quarterly meeting where company executives discuss financial results and business outlook with investors and analysts. It usually contains two parts: the prepared remarks by the CEO or CFO, followed by the Q&A section. In this task, the transcripts of earnings calls are provided as input. In this work, we primarily focused on the second task setting, where external data is retrieved and combined with the earnings call transcript as input. The objective is to leverage large language models to generate an analysis report that can guide investment decisions. Specifically, whether to buy, sell, or hold the company's stock. For the report to be effective, it must not only be factually correct, but also persuasive enough to influence investor confidence. To enhance the quality of the generated reports, we incorporated external financial data. Specifically, we retrieved historical financial data covering the 4 quarters preceding each earnings call, using the AlphaVantage API. This data was organized into 3 categories of financial statements. From the income statement, we included variables such as gross profit, total revenue, operating expenses, EBITDA, and net income. From the balance sheet, we retrieved total assets, cash and short-term investments, total liabilities, shareholder equity, and the number of common shares outstanding. And finally, from the cash flow statement, we considered operating cash flow, cash flows from investment and financing activities, changes in cash and cash equivalents, as well as net income. This structured financial information provided the analyst agent with richer context, beyond the transcript alone, to support investment guidance generation. To tackle this task, we designed a multi-agent collaboration framework for generating investment analysis reports. At the center of this framework is the writer agent, which drafts the report and revises it based on feedback from other agents. The feedback comes from 3 specialized agents: the analyst, the psychologist, and the editor. The client agent evaluates the final draft, judging whether the report is of sufficient quality to terminate or if additional iterations are needed. Each conversation begins with the writer drafting an initial version of the analysis report. Then, it is passed to the feedback agents. The analyst agent examines the draft, supplements it with financial insights, and highlights whether the numbers and trends are properly interpreted. The draft is then returned to the writer, who revises the text accordingly. Next, the psychologist agent provides feedback by analyzing the psychological cues of management from the call, such as tone, confidence, or hesitation, and suggests how these signals may influence investor sentiment. Again, the writer integrates these insights into the report. Following this, the editor agent reviews the report for overall quality. This includes refining the clarity, style, logical flow, and structure to ensure that the report reads smoothly and persuasively. The writer incorporates these editorial improvements into a new version of the report. Finally, the client agent evaluates the updated draft. The client decides whether the report is sufficiently accurate and persuasive to terminate the process, or whether another round of feedback is required. This sequence can repeat for up to 3 iterations, allowing the report to improve progressively with each cycle, until the client decides the report is able to meet the specified requirements. For automatic evaluation of the results, 2 methods were applied. The first is the average Likert score. Reports were rated on a scale from 1 to 7 across 5 dimensions: persuasiveness, logical flow, usefulness, readability, and clarity. The second is the win rate versus analyst report. This measures how often a system-generated report was preferred over a professional analyst's report in direct pairwise comparisons. The table on this slide shows the results across all participating teams. Our team, SI-FinTech, achieved the highest average Likert score of 4.916 and a strong win rate of 0.956 against professional reports. These results indicate that our multi-agent approach was able to produce reports that not only scored highly on quality dimensions, but also competed closely with, and in many cases surpassed, human analyst reports. In terms of human evaluation, 2 aspects were assessed. First, the decision accuracy of financial judgments, whether participants made correct buy or sell decisions after reading the reports. Second, the perceived quality of the reports themselves, rated on clarity, logic, persuasiveness, readability, and usefulness. On the left, we see the results for decision accuracy. Our team, SI-FinTech, achieved an average accuracy of 0.515, with balanced performance across day, week, and month horizons. While this places us in the mid-range among participants, it still shows that our reports can support reasonable investment decision-making. On the right, we see the Likert scores for report quality. Here, SI-FinTech achieved strong ratings across dimensions, with particular strengths in logic at 5.84 and usefulness at 5.8. These results indicate that, although decision accuracy is challenging, our framework consistently produced reports that were clear, persuasive, and practical for investors. Human evaluations highlight both the potential and the areas for further refinement in multi-agent report generation. Next, we will show a quick demonstration on a simple tool that we developed based on this report generation pipeline. This is a simple user interface that we built using Gradio. On the left, the user can select an earnings call from a drop-down list. Once selected, the full transcript of the call is displayed for preview. The user can also choose which large language model to use for report generation, and then start the agent conversation. In this right panel, we can observe the generation process in real time. First, the system retrieves the necessary external financial data. Then, each agent is initialized, and the conversation begins with the writer agent. As the dialogue proceeds through the analyst, psychologist, and editor, the report is iteratively refined. Finally, once the conversation ends and the client agent approves, the completed report is displayed here. This prototype demonstrates how our multi-agent framework can be put into practice, integrating transcripts with external data to generate structured investment analysis reports in real time. Thank you for your attention.